Looks like it's going to be a pretty soggy night here at TIAA Bank Field. Rain showers, maybe an occasional clap of thunder supposed to continue throughout here in Jacksonville. Tonight we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. Fields this way up at the 17. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Taylor. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
That's a great analysis on my part. It's been pretty obvious last couple of plays. These guys have been going in the wrong direction.
Offensive line overwhelmed on those plays. Now, I think it's safe to say going to the air here on 3rd. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. To the right side, this is Taylor. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Aaron Sipos now. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. He'll return it from the 6. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Price. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Running left, Taylor. And he's got some space here. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. An inside give to Jones. Oh, he's got it. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts 5. 63 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Not sure exactly what he saw that made him decide to hand it off, but a great decision and a fantastic run.
From our vantage point, what he saw was a defense that got out of its lanes, got out of its gaps, and they were pretty much running to the quarterback, viewing him as the bigger threat. And look at that wide open space, and he rumbled for big-time yardage.
Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Jones is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time out they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. The Jaguars hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throw right side, Wilson. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd down at 5. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Price to throw on third down. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Yannick Ngakoue. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. This is fielded at the 27. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go to the ground again with Taylor. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Operating from the gun, Baker. Touchdown, Colts. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Colts are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. A short kick taken at the 18. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory.
And oh, he hurdles him and into space. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 22. 85 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. Garibay on to attempt the point after. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Baker firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And some space here. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
3rd down, as a defender, all you're thinking about is getting off the field. How do you stop this last play? But if you don't wrap up when you tackle and you play it back like this, all of a sudden he's taking it to the house, and now you're looking at each other and wondering, what did we do wrong on that play?
And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. They'll let Taylor try and run. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Price looking to throw on second down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Back to throw. Price. Screenplay. Here's Etienne. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Out to the right here to Wilson. Touchdown, Jaguars. Garrett Wilson, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Garibay on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Second down, another run with Taylor. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
The Colts on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, here's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 146 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. First and 10, Taylor now. Tackle made by Foley Fatukasi, the former UConn Husky.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. From the gun, it's Taylor. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Second down, another run with Taylor. Room here to run. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point forthcoming. At home, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. A short kick taken at the 18. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Going down the middle, and it's complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
Ready, set.
To throw is Price on first down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Ready.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Ready.
Here's Price throwing on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Garabay's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. A short kick taken at the 18. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Robinson up the middle. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Price now on 1st and 10. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Price. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Back to the ground with Etienne. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Let's go now.
Now Price throwing on 4th down, looking deep downfield, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down, and the Colts are going to take over with a football. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
To throw is Baker on 3rd down. Able to find his man, Woods. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run once more with Taylor. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll try the left side with Taylor. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so. But maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Good push up front and then a run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
They find some open field here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Price to throw on 2nd down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Second down and 8. Looking to throw. Baker. He'll buy some time right. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Baker. This pass caught. It's Woods. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. Uses the stiff arm. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 219 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his third touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Colts put together a fourth-quarter drive to take the lead. Third time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And that gives him a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Operating from the gun, Price. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Running left, Taylor. A solid stiff arm. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
On the handoff, Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor from 17 yards out. And the Colts get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. To throw is Price off the bootleg. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
They'll run with Etienne and trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Baker. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
The Colts on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Operating from the gun, Baker. He wants it all for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce, 42 yards. And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Okay,
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. To throw again, Price. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Here's Price. Off play action. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Colts are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Right back to Hubbard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Indianapolis, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.